Hi, my name is Ash-Leigh and I'm one of the Regent Honeyeater keepers here at Taronga Western Plains Zoo, and today I'm going to share some tips on how you can spot these beautiful birds out in the wild. So Regent Honeyeaters are a medium-sized honeyeater. Adults measure between 20 to 24 centimeters in length. Now they can sometimes be confused with other honeyeater species like the New Holland honeyeater, the white-faced and the white-cheeked honeyeater. But what makes our Regent Honeyeaters stand out from the crowd is that black and golden colouring and scalloped feathers, and then of course that bare wart patch around and underneath their eyes. So typically Regent Honeyeaters have been found along the eastern coast of Australia, ranging from Queensland all the way down to Adelaide, but now they're more pocketed in areas of the western slopes of the Great Dividing Range, including the Bundarra-Barraba west of Armidale, the Kapiti and the Hunter Valley regions here in central western New South Wales, and then down in Chiltern in northeast Victoria. So the types of habitat that the Regent Honeyeater love to be in around is our woodland areas. So heavily populated eucalypt areas that have a lot of nectar producing plants like flowering gums, mistletoe, any sort of blossoms is where a Regent Honeyeater will be foraging for food, because a main part of their diet is nectar. Some good tips to remember when trying to spot Regent Honeyeaters out in the wild is that you're more than likely going to hear them before you see them. So perhaps familiarise yourself with some of the vocalisations that they do make, because they are very unique to the Regent Honeyeater species. As well as listening out for them, of course keeping an eye out for them is very important as well. Now they do camouflage really well into their surroundings, so maybe have a pair of binoculars on standby because it will allow you to see the bird from a further distance. If you're lucky enough to spot a Regent Honeyeater out in the wild, we do ask that you report it. This is vital information that can be used in the conservation of this species and getting a better understanding of how they live out in the wild and how they interact with other species as well. Now, ways to report a sighting of a Regent Honeyeater are super easy. Taking pictures is probably the most important thing that you can do. Now, pictures are really worth 1,000 words. There's a lot of information that we can gather from one photo alone, from the location in which the sighting took place, the age of the animal, whether it's male or female, and of course if any leg bands are present and it was part of a previous release. Now, the reason a leg band is so important to record if you do happen to see it on a Regent Honeyeater out in the wild is that this indicates that it was part of a release program. Now, there is a national recovery program for our Regent Honeyeaters out in the wild. So we are taking part of that national recovery program here in Dubbo at Western Plains Zoo and at Taronga in Sydney. So this information can tell us where this bird has come from, exactly where it was released in the wild, and now of course where it has been located in the wild. Now, who do you report a sighting to? Please directly report any sightings to BirdLife via their hotline or via their bird data app. Now, we do have this information below, so if you have any further questions, please visit their website, and happy sighting.